What's up, y'all? Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. I would like to welcome you to a Teachable Tuesday Shorts. I know it's been a little while since we've done one, where in 5 minutes or less, I do my best to talk about a topic that you guys had in mind or something that I came up with. And today, I want to talk to my fellas. I mean, this could be relatable to my ladies too, but especially my fellas, because I think a lot of times we carry a lot of heavy loads that we probably shouldn't carry. And in no case is that more truer than when it comes to the finality of a relationship when it doesn't work out. Fellas, let me just go ahead and put this out here. It's not always your fault, okay? It's not always your fault that it ended. Somebody said online one time, and I adopted this philosophy a long time ago, that if a relationship ends, even if it's not the man's fault directly, it still is the man's fault, because we should have did everything in our power to make sure that we were good, that the woman that we were with wouldn't change her mind, so on and so forth. Because let's be real, if a relationship ends and she ends it, fellas, she had a reason, right? Regardless if it was logical or not, regardless if it was true or not. Now, I'm not talking about the fellas who abused their lady, God forbid, or you committed infidelity, things of that sort of nature. No, those situations are totally different. You got to take accountability. You got to take that out. But I'm talking about situations where you did your absolute best for this woman. You know what I'm saying? You were all that she said she wanted you to be, and so on and so forth. She may have even genuinely desired you, and things just ended up not working out, right? We got to stop taking on the burden like everything is our fault. I know up until my last relationship, which unfortunately just ended very recently, I had taken on that burden. I felt like, you know, if a woman broke up with me, or even if I broke up with a woman, whatever the case may have been, it was essentially my fault. And it was my fault because, you know, I should have did everything in my power to make sure that woman was going to be kept. And I did, essentially. But you also got to look at it from the standpoint of you can't keep nobody that don't want to be kept, right? And you can't control what people do. You can only control how you react to what people do to you, or what people say about you, whatever the case may be, right? And fellas, we already place a lot of burdens on our shoulders when it comes to being, you know, in the world, right? Like we're providers, you know what I'm saying? We provide for our families, our wives, our children, our so on and so forth, this and that. We kind of had to play hardball, society says. You can't show your emotions, and so on and so forth, and blah, 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 you know? If it ain't your fault that she broke up with you, stop carrying around like it is your fault. And I'm talking to myself as I'm talking to y'all as well. Because, again, I've been guilty of doing this, right? My last relationship, it ended. I'm not going to say the reason why it ended because it's personal, but it was based on a non-negotiable that I had set. And it's okay that it ended based on that non-negotiable, but I blame myself because I was saying that, well, maybe if I was this, maybe if I was a little more financially this, maybe if I was that, so on and so forth. And maybe those are little factors that hold a little bit of truth to it, maybe. But for the most part, at the end of the day, a decision was made based on how the other person felt. And unfortunately, I had no say because they had already made their mind up that it was over. And yeah, while it sucks, that's not your fault. Just like if you would have did that to somebody else, it's not their fault. That was a decision that was made. And it is what it is. You can't force anybody to stay in a situation. You got to be willing to let it go. Don't be blaming yourself for things that you don't need to blame yourself for. Guys, it ain't your fault, right? If she didn't want you, she didn't want you. Because if she really wanted you, she would have stayed with you. And that's the bottom line. So, what do? Find somebody that actually wants you, right? Maybe we could make our vetting process a little bit better. Or maybe you vetted the right way and it just came down to a decision that was made and it might have just caught you off guard. That's okay too, it happens. Bottom line is, guys, I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back. Stop blaming yourself for things you don't need to blame yourself for when it comes to relationships with women. If she makes whatever decision she makes, she made that decision. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you just got to carry on with life. And, you know, in hopes that the next person will be more along the lines of the frequency that you're on. People fall out of frequency, and that's okay. What God has for you is for you, and you can't deny that. I know that sounds so cliche, and trust me, I get tired of telling myself that too sometimes, but I believe it's true. God has a woman designed for me that is perfect for me. And I thought my last woman was it, and it wasn't, and that's okay. Because maybe the next woman might be. But in the meantime, it's not going to help my situation out by blaming myself for so many things. Granted, was I perfect in a relationship? No. Was she? No. But at the same time, it be like that sometimes. So stop playing the blame game and keep improving. She's out there. All right? Marcus Rage from Teachable Tuesdays here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. I know it's a little bit over 5 minutes, but still thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And until next time, peace.